Okay. Alright. Dr. Disco and I. Okay, calm down. We're gonna do a reading on Nikola Tesla today. Alright. I know there's a lot of like jackhammer sounds and stuff, but that's just what it's been the last month. And anyway, I'm gonna change apartments soon, so let me get away from that. Alright, so okay, Nikola Tesla. I feel like he's angry. I mean, like, you know, it makes sense. People stole his work, stole his journals and stuff. You know, maybe in life, you know, he's raised at a time when people are more like polite and but like if he were allowed to speak his mind, you know, back then, or if he had total freedom to do so, like he would have said more. Okay. It feels like his work is in the possession of like two separate entities, either people or like libraries that are only frequented by like very few people, so essentially individuals. And they don't have the like mixture of inspiration and intelligence to really like properly put them to use, whether it's their like to they're letting like the powers that be right now run things, even though like, you know, the idea of free energy and free communication is like makes sense, more sense than making everybody pay for it and then having people without. I mean, some people called him like the electric Jesus, you know, like trying to better the world through his inventions. And like how much he suffered and was like shut out and stuff. And anyway, I'm writing. Anyway, it's like I could go on about that subject, but I won't right now because I'm writing something about that. Not about Tesla, but okay, so Nikola Tesla. I feel like there was like a woman too that he knew that, or like he knows about a woman. Doesn't have to be in his lifetime necessarily. Who also has some stuff of his or something like that, and he's not happy about it. And they also feel their energy is kind of like rich, protected, and not that smart, not doing anything about it, just sort of hoarding his work. Like they realize it has value, but they don't have the insight and intelligence to like do anything about it properly. I feel like it makes him mad when people talk about him, because perhaps they're misinterpreting him, or he just doesn't like being talked about in general. Like he values his privacy, and you can kind of see that in his life. He's a pretty private dude. Okay. Why am I so itchy? Okay, maybe it's because the dog was all over me, but it could be just like the energies too. I feel like I feel like there's like this energy of like him giving up on people, like they're too stupid. Like if he's a spiritual entity or like an angel, it's like he did time on Earth to do some good, uh, and like pretty much everybody shut him down or destroyed his stuff, and he's just like sees humans as like a hopeless case kind of thing. But that's his like, I'm not gonna say like ego, but like it's his personality speaking, and like we have higher uh, frequencies of ourselves that just feel unconditional love and are all knowing and stuff. But like the personality of like what we want to call Nikola Tesla, it gives up on people. Um, all right, well let's like, okay, I'll just sort of hang out in his sort of personality energy for a minute longer, and then we'll look at like solutions or like from a higher perspective. I just feel like I feel almost like crying. Like I'm so angry and I want to cry. Like when he's watching people take his notes out of his hotel room at the New Yorker hotel in New York. Um, just so mad. Like it's just so the wrong people, and it's almost just to keep his stuff among a small community and then like not use it very well, like not use it as it was meant to be used. I get the name Vanderbilt. I get and then another name that starts with a B. Oh, probably Bush. Yeah, because I don't know, like I heard that like the grandfather Bush was the one who like took the stuff out of his hotel. So just, I guess I'm getting like confirmation about that. And that the Bushes, like while they're, if you think of them as like machinists or something instead of politicians, like they understand the structure of the machine and they know how to like implement themselves and like run the machine, but they're not like intuitively bright and like everybody has the possibility of becoming more spiritual and doing things from like a loving perspective, but they just don't have that, like there's something squashing their ability to like go there mentally. And I'm gonna say there's like oaths, like secret society kind of oaths that two members of their family took that like kind of diverted their power into a smaller box. Like, if you think of God as like everything, and then a secret society is like a smaller box within the world of everything. So it's like they put their brains in these smaller boxes, like to feed this kind of like secret society, give that their power instead of like just being like of God or whatever. So that is what is limiting their intuition, and genetically, like in terms of their descendants, like that can be changed just by someone turning to God and being like, I'm with you, instead of putting their whole mentality in this box that like, I don't know much about secret societies. I know my grandfather was in one, but the same one as them, but they anyway, just to me, like the vibe of belonging to it seems kind of like a smaller field of operation than just being like allowing God to take the wheel, you know. Okay. But that it's like sort of ensuring your sort of velvety position within this machine. Like you get like a cushy, like things are not difficult, but they're more limited in terms of what you can do and experiences you can have and your mentality and like it's like if you're joining a secret society like that, like it feels like Skull and Bones is what I'm talking about. You are making a decision for your lifetime, and it doesn't necessarily pass over to your descendants, but you know, it could be sort of like a bookmark, like hey, you could do this or something, but it's not like it doesn't pass down like that necessarily. So I'm just like, okay, I'll take this cushy life in exchange for their ability to be of God and like have like chance, have God's will, which is mysterious, be in charge. So I'm not gonna like spend the whole reading on that, but anyway, so Nikola Tesla is frustrated with this mentality of this like closed-minded mentality, fear-based, you could say, mentality, and like putting too much emphasis on this machine, which is like really just a sliver of how life could be, and like people not embracing, letting God like be the divine director of everything, and like having your heart be as lighter than a feather and just trusting God, like that's different than joining a secret society and trying to like being more in the mentality of control. And I'm not gonna say greed, because I do feel that they have a lot of charitable work going on and stuff, but control and this like limited mindset is like the biggest information I get from that. So okay. So Nikola Tesla's frustrated with these sort of closed-minded people having his journals and ideas and stuff like that, and doing like jack all with them, like really nothing. Except like they think they're making like little inventions but they're still making people pay for them, so it's like not of the original intention. So like this phone I'm holding could be like using some of that technology that Tesla invented, but I paid for this phone. Like there's the difference. So okay. So it's still like keeping things small. There's people who can't afford internet or who can't afford a phone and stuff like that, and they're shut out from society in terms of technological society. So it's like this is the kind of thing that Tesla didn't want. Like it's like free energy, free Wi-Fi, like free, so it's being like his ideas are being sort of compartmentalized and used for money, which was not his intention. He's mad, and he doesn't see like a lot of hope. Like maybe he himself, I know he relied on intuition with his work, as did like Einstein and like other people like that, other inventors, but I feel like his direct connection with God, could have been more open. Like he wasn't like hearing his angels talk to him, like they were like in the room chatting with him, kind of thing, like some psychics have. So I feel like his negative view on people, I mean, it partly has to do with the abuse he had during his lifetime. You know, he never had uh, like he was never married. As far as I know, he wasn't dating for the majority of his life. Uh, and yeah, so this sort of negative opinion can only happen if you don't have like access to like God consciousness, like unconditional love, like a higher. You can live on Earth and also have access to like higher dimensions where it's just like unconditional love, and so you can see things from a higher perspective, so you're less likely to get like pissed off, let's say. So this pissed offness that he has, like I feel like is because of that. So and he's just like whatever about having the car company named after him. It's like, what, you know, what else is new? People, you know, misusing my name, or I don't think. Anyway, whatever. And some people say that Tesla is just like a data collection company anyway, like mapping the world while people drive and stuff. So it's not really about electric cars. I don't really know. I'm not looking into that right now, but kidding. I feel like he's pointing out some people who are like doing bad stuff, like governmentally. So I guess like if you're a praying person, you can just pray that like the best people and the best ideas are what governs us. Because like your thoughts matter, and you don't have to be like in a mob demonstration to make a difference. You can just be thinking at home, or walking down the street, or in line at a bank, or on the subway, or whatever, or just by yourself in a field, whatever, in the back, whatever. Making just as much impact. I feel like that shifted the energy a little bit, and I feel like he's happier about that. So if you made an effort there, that's great. And okay, so I feel like he would like some schools to be free, where people can learn for free about like technology. Maybe there's 3 of these schools in different, like one on each continent. And of course, like in today's age, like there could be like internet access to these free schools and stuff. And so he's sort of showing from like age 5 to 11. Okay. I mean, maybe these are for like sort of savants who know like from the gate that they like technology. But yeah, maybe obviously there can be like some college age students, or like people, adults who are like in charge. It's not just children in the building. But I feel like the emphasis is on children. Freely exploring technological invention without like kind of a-hole know-it-all people saying what's what and stuff. It's more just like an experience. If you think of it like performance art or something, it's just like capturing what happened, like documenting, you know, like the movie like 28 Up. where they show like kids at 7, 14, 21, 28, uh, and how they play in the schoolyard, and then they like follow up and they realize like that people don't change. Like if you were smashing rocks in the playground, you're smashing rocks like as an adult, or if you're like chatting with your friend, you're doing that. Like if you're sitting alone, you're doing that when you're older too, like stuff like that. So kind of like if you go with the idea that we're already hardwired as children to be like our awesome selves and knowing everything, like it would be good to like have this experience of for these kids to feel validated of their insights. And also if they can like properly be credited for their own inventions by like this documentation that happens, whether it's like filming or as proof, as copyright. Because like the bad thing that happened with Tesla is that people stole from him, so we wouldn't want to repeat that. you know I've made stuff sort of in underground music or filmmaking, and people run off with ideas from time to time, and they're well known. It's not that cool a feeling. So I can understand to a lesser degree what he's talking about or went through, and you wouldn't want to like repeat that because it's not cool with these kids, hypothetically. So, and this would sort of speed up things, and it would also kind of disassemble this like machine of like how slowly things move along in terms of our progress. Okay, I feel like he also really values home and like traditional life of like, I mean, I know not everybody has like a good home situation, but like whatever kind of good home situation you can make, either for yourself or if it already exists, like to like nurture that. Um, like even if you break free of your original family, like you can do a good job with the next phase of your life and have either great friendships, community, or actual like having kids and stuff, and do an amazing job. And just really don't think of it as like an airport lounge where you're just always coming and going. Like really ground yourself in that space and like make it beautiful and important, and like a battery of like familial, like community kind of love. Like when I say love, I'm not talking like romantic love or whatever. I'm just talking about goodness. All right. Nikola Tesla. Because I feel like he really sacrificed a lot and just misses the simplicity of his home and stuff. And I mean, total sidetrack, but like I watch a lot of films on Criterion and stuff, and I mean, they don't have everything I like on there, but like, and they have some stuff I don't like on there, but like, well, actually, Tarkovsky's stuff is free online. So anyway, it makes me think of Tarkovsky because like his he seems really grounded in home, the concept of home, like in his work, and you know his musings and stuff like that. They're like, sometimes his interviews are almost better than his movies. But anyway, that kind of like feeling of just home. Okay. Okay, I'll just try to wrap it up because I'm just going on and on. But it's interesting to me. Just trying to like look on the bright side here and like see what good can come up with. Okay, like, was it on Long Island? I forget where. Anyway, there was some place where he had constructed a tower that was like a maybe a free energy tower or like a Wi-Fi tower. I don't even know, but like maybe it was. Anyway, it started with a W. Like, I can't remember the name of it, but like, anyway, and then some like mean people like tore it down. But I feel like he wants that reconstructed. Like, what would be better than naming a car company after him? Would be to like reconstruct that tower and make it like a national monument. So whoever's in charge of that, like, do that. Do that. Where Wiredale or something like that. I can't remember, and I can't look it up because I'm like filming on my phone. Okay, so that'd be good to like do a proper. I mean, I know that like the Griffith Park Observatory has some sort of uh, memories of Tesla kind of thing there, but like it would be more. I feel like he's pointing out just like rebuild this building. I don't care what's on it right now. I don't care if it's like a Kmart or someone's house. Like buy the land and like rebuild. It's kind of like how like Mies van der Rohe made the Barcelona pavilion, and it was like the most beautiful building like ever, and it was for like a world fair. Yeah, I think so. And in Barcelona, and then they like destroyed it. Like, what? And then they rebuilt it years later because they were like, how stupid was that to destroy that like perfect, like literally perfect building? So rebuild that, rebuild the whatever the name of that place is. It starts with the W, with the tower, with the house, and then the big metal tower on top of it. And then like people can visit it and like, yeah. Okay, is there anything else? I feel like he's saying like if you can sort of arrange with yourself to put 20% of your thought towards your intuition, like intuition from a good place, because you can pick up on bad energies or good energies, and like you have to kind of train your mind to go towards choose the good. So he wants people to like spend 20% of their day on their intuition, whether it's like journal writing, just spacing out and allowing the universe to speak to you, so that it's not just news, people talking in your ear, like there's more to life. There's a spiritual aspect to life which is very informative and helpful and loving and supportive, and without that life can seem pretty dark, because like people have strong wills and they might want you to do this or that thing, but that's not necessarily like your purpose in life, and the structures that exist today won't exist tomorrow. So it's like, why spend a lot of time considering them when you can be considering what is to come and your role that you play in making that happen. And the only way you have access to that is by using your intuition. And he's saying like at minimum 20% of your day, so you can like change your commute from listening to a podcast or whatever to having the radio off and just listening to your own thoughts. Uh, if you think of thoughts as like a lighter energy and like listening to the radio as a denser energy, and just put yourself in like a lighter energies. However you can like carve out that time. Okay, what else? I feel like the last message is like, if you have a romantic relationship, don't let it run your life. Like, don't lose your character, don't lose your purpose. They're your like playmate, not in the sense of like, not in the Hugh Hefner definition of that, but someone you parallel play with, like you just hang out with and spend time with. Don't like lose yourself in it, and like really a romantic relationship, yeah, you can treat people well and enjoy yourself and make sure you're treated well too and whatever, but like it shouldn't take up your whole life, and it should just complement your life. I feel like he feels strongly that like ideally it's better to have a mate because he didn't have one, but like find someone that's not gonna like like take over your life or like change what your mission and like stuff like that. So on a romantic note. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and maybe I'll get back into like what you guys requested. I just wanted to do a couple ones of well-known people who have passed, like the Marlon Brando one I did and this one, and then I'll get back to the land of the living. All right, have a good day. Bye.